today. I hope you're all doing well. So today I actually wanted to talk about something quite important, something I've been really passionate about the last couple of years, and I've done a lot of research on with scientists and with doctors and many other healthcare practitioners. And I think it's really important that I get it out there, especially now that I'm cooped up in my house, waiting for the PCR test to hopefully come back negative, and I'm isolating here with the kids. I feel more and more that's fake. I mean, that's kind of type of energy in a household, because we're here cooped up with the laptops, with the iPhones, with phones, with iPads, and also numerous games to keep kids occupied. And I really just feel the change in the energy in a household. So you might have already heard some comments and also out there in the news, not that I read news, but I know more and more people talking about the so-called EMFs and what it is and what it actually does to our health. And there is two kind of, I guess, divisions, two different types of opinions, how that EMFs affect our house. And also the same thing, I guess, about 5G. I mean, some people can't wait for 5G to come out and be available to us, while others are absolutely terrified.
See all the electromagnetic fields around us would be quite frightened.
And I have clients who have actually picked up the entire family. They packed their bags and they moved out of their houses because they could not live in that environment anymore. So the question is really, how safe is your household? The thing is, we all think that our house environment is probably the safest and the healthiest place for us, but is that really so? If you start adding up all of these devices, all of the gadgets, everything you have in your house, you may be surprised to find that it's actually a lot more than you initially thought. And I'm talking about all of the phones, the Wi-Fi, if you have Wi-Fi boosters especially, printers, laptops, microwaves, boilers, smart meters. I mean, the list goes on and on. I have actually compiled, it's an online version. It's called an EMF checker, which checks how many devices you have in your household which emit electromagnetic radiation. By the way, I know I'm using the term EMF, but for those who don't know, EMF stands for electromagnetic frequencies. Now, just to retract a little bit and to give you a bit of background about EMF and what it is, EMF can be man-made and the natural non-man-made. So the natural electromagnetic radiation, electromagnetic frequencies, it comes from sunlight, from thunder, from lightning. The man-made ones, we're talking about our phones, the Wi-Fi, the towers, the cell phone towers, the wiring under the walls, so pretty much everything that we are surrounded 24/7. And that creates massive, massive stresses on our bodies. There is a scientific explanation to exactly what happens, but it's not just a superficial damage, it's far more than that. It actually gets inside our cells. It breaks our DNAs, cells, membranes, affects our immune system. And some of the most common causes are headaches, insomnia, depression, stress, anger. It comes from sunlight, from thunder, from lightning. The man-made ones, we're talking about our phones, the Wi-Fi, the towers, the cell phone towers, the wiring under the walls, so pretty much everything that we are surrounded 24/7. And that creates massive, massive stresses on our bodies. There is a scientific explanation to exactly what happens, but it's not just a superficial damage, it's far more than that. It actually gets inside our cells. It breaks our DNAs, cells, membranes, affects our immune system. And some of the most common causes are headaches, insomnia, depression, stress, anger.
I think it's the root cause of a lot of cancers.
So when it comes to your household, it's just really, really important to pay attention to where your kids hang out. If you've got pets, where your pets lying down, what are they lying next to? Do they crawl around Wi-Fi boxes? Does your cat walk around on your laptop? Are your kids actually holding these devices in their hands, or are they resting it maybe against something else, like a book stand? That's what I make my kids do. They never really touch the phones with their hands. But in my opinion, and I know that it's backed up by many studies and many doctors I work with, it's not enough to just put your phone off. It's not enough to just turn your Wi-Fi off at night. We are still exposed to so many of these environmental stresses, even the boosters that our neighbors have. It still reaches us, and it affects, as I mentioned, our sleep. It can also make you gain weight, lose weight. And I had personally clients last year who very shortly, 2 clients in fact, after 5G came up in their area, one of them developed brain tumor and another one breast cancer. So luckily they both are okay, but it's not an experience I think anybody really wants to go through.
Like a man who used his company mobile constantly.
He died of brain cancer. All 4 partners in the company died of brain cancer, and then his wife rang us up 2 years after he died to say that the secretary, who was also on the mobile phone, died of brain cancer.
So what can we do? And I've mentioned, you know, if but salt lamps are great to sleep with, and I have one in my daughter's bedroom. But at the end of the day, you need something stronger. So one thing I do recommend is the EMF shields. And EMF shields, they are designed to neutralize the frequencies of electromagnetic radiation. So they actually modify those frequencies. They neutralize and harmonize the frequencies of electromagnetic radiation. So by the time our bodies, you know, these frequencies reach our bodies, there is no damage. There's no damage that happens to our cells and our organs, and they're designed to last a whole year. So that's one amazing tool, and I know it's been used by doctors all over the world. I speak to many dentists who also implement it into their practice, and also homeopathic doctors and many others. So yeah, I mean, you know, if you find yourself having a challenge with sleeping, your energy, your focus, clarity, and if you know a little bit about EMFs and what it does to your health, and you've got children, please take care of that. Okay, whether it is this EMF shield or another EMF protection tool. And if you need any advice on that, please feel free to reach out. I've also compiled, as I mentioned, a form which will add up all of the devices, all of those things that you've got in your household, and show you where you're most exposed to EMF. So if you are interested in getting that the calculator in order to calculate the EMF devices, then let me know and I will send you the link. Okay, well, I hope you have a lovely day and enjoy your weekend. I'll speak to you soon.